Okay guys, check it out, we finally have the images and the information we need for the Chogokin Metal Gear Solid Rex. So yeah, Rex, the iconic Metal Gear, is finally in figure form. Obviously we have already seen it in person, but now is, the official reveal. We actually get to see what he looks like in the promo images. Now before we go and do that, as you guys can see here, release date is gonna be February 2026. For some reason a lot of stuff is coming out in 2026, especially this month or March. Now the pricing is 33,000 yen. If you're wondering how much is that, it's around 224 US dollars, running up to 225. Remember, shipping, handling, taxes, all that stuff, that is separate, so expect it to be around, I don't know, maybe put 260 by the end. Now he's made of ABS and die cast, but you guys are gonna see that he does include something else that is not listed here, which they should have. Normally they do list that material. As you guys can see, the height is 175 millimeters, which is 6.8 inches long. Tall, not long, tall. So he's not really that tall. So this is gonna be one of those things that up to you if you like it, and if you think you're gonna, it's gonna look great and you don't mind the size, then go for it. But if you're thinking, hey, maybe I need a bigger one, I think the Chogokin one is a lot bigger, but that is a model. Now it's not gonna look as good as this one unless you put a lot of work into it, but I say check it out. So you guys can see here, we got the rail cannon here, which looks great. We have the radar, of course. You have the hatches here on the back. This guy is big, well, not that big, but still pretty darn nice. The colors look great, especially with the lighting here. It looks way better than what we saw. So this guy is gonna be one of those figures that's gonna look better during the night, or if you have very low light conditions, because instead of the armor itself looking really gray, it's gonna look a lot darker. So that is pretty awesome. You can see that cannon, you can see how big this thing is, which is crazy. You can see some of the other weaponries that it has, which is cool. You can see the hydraulics here. You can see one of the pistons, which is awesome, and a few of the joints here. As you can see here, look at that from below. That's a nice view. That's a nice view. Rex looks great, man. Look at that. Everything looks uniform. You do see a seam line here, but not that much all over the rest of the body. Just looks perfect. Look at it here with the mouth open, which is also the cockpit. You can see that it's empty. Yeah, at least from the images we have here, it looks like there's no pilot figure for it, which is kind of odd, because if you guys remember, they did include the pilot figures for the Zoids, for the Liger Zero, which I do own. You can see the opening hatches here, which are open. Looks like you're just gonna be able to remove them, because I think in the game these just slide away, and they probably just decided, hey, let's just make them like removable covers, and that's it. And there's the other material. Yeah, it has LED lights. You can see the lights here. You can see how it lights up. Now, no word on what battery is gonna be using, but I'm guessing it's gonna be some LR42s. That's normally what they use. I think that's the same ones that my Liger Zero use. I wouldn't be surprised if they're those ones or another ones. Now we don't see where it, the batteries go, but from the looks of it, at least from up here, it looks like it's probably gonna be around this area. I wouldn't be surprised if this part here just comes out, and then you have the little area where you place the batteries, and that's it. Right here you can see how you can remove this part here. I think, yeah, because this part looks, let's see, yeah, You see how this part is covered up, and then you can actually remove it. So that's cool. Oh, another thing is that it looks like this part here is gonna light up as well. So the batteries are gonna light up pretty much 5 different lights, which is nice. I know what you're gonna say, Zero. Isn't that the battery pack here? I don't think so. I don't think so, because, well, you know what? It would be interesting if it turns out to be, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks like 4 button batteries, but it could just be, you know, a design choice. But it would be pretty awesome, honestly, if they decide to do that. That's the battery pack. That would be pretty cool. It's a nice way of hiding them and just making it, adding a little bit more color to it. And here you can see the hatches here for the missiles here on the back. And these ones, yeah, these ones will stay open because that's how it's supposed to be. But I like how much of the inner frame you're actually able to see. That's cool. Check it out here, just looking down, but getting ready to stop. That's awesome. That's awesome. Here's the pistons here that actually, I think, well, I say pistons, but they're actually more like spikes that just dig in. So that is pretty cool. Check it out there, just roaring, getting ready to fight Metal Gear Ray. Now, I know what you guys are gonna say. Oh my god, Serial Metal Gear Ray, really? Don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up. Because Bandai has a history of doing this, and they did it with Liger Zero. You get Liger Zero. Oh, you want the armors, you have to buy them separately. Oh, do you want the Berserker Fury to go along with him? Well, we're not gonna give you that. Yeah. So, yeah, you can see that the other side does have this design, so who knows, maybe they did that. If they did that, then there's 8 batteries in total then. Remember, we don't have that information right now, and I've been trying to check the other website that I use, and they're just down. They're just down, like there's no way to get them. But you can see here that you can transform it into the tank form, which is pretty awesome. I like this. I like that you can transform it. Of course, a very simple transformation. It's nothing to go crazy about, but hey, they did it, and I like that. You can see it pretty much, you know, tank form, but a little bit higher, you know, he's getting ready to fully stand up. So you guys can see there. And I like this little area here. A little bit of the exposed frame there, which looks good. But you can see a cable going through here. If the battery, if this is actually the battery pack and that's the cable that runs the power, that's pretty awesome. But warning, be careful, be careful. If you buy this guy, be careful at that area. 100%, I wouldn't touch this area for anything. Like, except for the review, if I were to review this guy, like, to point it out, I wouldn't touch it anymore, like I did with my Blitzway Massenkaiser. I showed it, I showed where the cable is, and I haven't touched that cable for anything, because if that cable breaks and you don't have warranty, you're fucked. Unless you find somebody that can fix you that cable, dude, you're fucked, and it's never gonna light up again. But check it out there, and you can see that even the radar here has these things, and they actually open up as well. And it looks like it's gonna come with the stand with this one. That's just gonna hold it up, which is good. That's what you need, honestly. But yeah, it looks great. It looks great light up. Look at that. And you can see how much it lights up because you can see the light hitting here. That's awesome. So this is gonna be one of those, I'm gonna tell you this is gonna be one of those that you want to display it, but you don't want to display it like facing you, like 100% facing you, because those lights are probably gonna be pretty strong and you're gonna be blinded a little bit by it. But man, it looks awesome. Check out the joint here for the neck. Awesome, really cool, really darn cool. The only thing, like I said, the bad thing is the pricing and the size. I wish he was taller, but, and you know, obviously if it was stored, the price would be like 350 or 400 US dollars. But hey, when it comes to these type of things, man, it would have been so awesome if they would have made one where you can actually fit the amazing Yamaguchi snake figure. That would be pretty awesome. But that's just that would be way too big, way too big. But still, it's cool. It's nice seeing it, and I know a lot of people are gonna be happy. Oh, by the way, if you're thinking, Zero, hey, you're doing a lot of shorts. Yeah, well, I'm gonna be doing shorts, and I'm gonna be doing the main videos. Don't worry about that. We're gonna be double dipping. So yeah, the shorts are gonna come out first, and then the main video is gonna come out later. You know, a little bit later, obviously. Making it, the time of uploading it isn't just that. It's just that shorts are a little bit faster and low, that a lot of you guys enjoy the shorts. Watching it, I get more engagement on them. I don't know, it's weird, but hey, it works. So yeah, make sure to check those out. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Pre-orders for this guy should be going up pretty soon, because I already pre-ordered my Master Grade Double Zeta Gundam, and I cannot wait to get that thing, because that thing is gonna be awesome. So see you guys next time.